Hello, and welcome back to Crafty Mom Creations. I am Melissa, and this week I know I promised you that I was going to be making some stuff with the new Michaels yarn that I bought, but I have not got around to it yet. I have been finishing up the granny square blanket for the Stitching with a Cure now that February is over. So the beginning of March kind of starts market prep planning for me, because I have already signed up for 2 markets, and I'll take you through that. And I also need to plan like the next 3 weeks, because the next 3 weeks are going to be very, very busy for me. This week I have to plan and to get some things in order, and then next week I have thyrogen shots, and then I have to have a radioactive iodine drink, and then I have to go for a full body scan for my thyroid, just to check to make sure that everything is still good in there. And then the following week is March break, which means all 5 of my children will be home driving me crazy. So I need to plan. So this week I'm just gonna kind of take you through how I plan things out, both within the household and with my crochet business. So let's get into it. All right, so I'm checking in. I accidentally deleted all the footage I recorded showing you my planning session I had, and yeah, I deleted it by accident. So I have here my written copy of my plan for market prepping, and I guess instead of going through my whole planning session that I did, I'm just going to tell you what my plan is. So the next 2 weeks are going to be busy for me. I have appointments at the hospital for a body scan and all that fun stuff. Just a quick checkup to make sure that everything is still good. And then I have March break, which means all 5 of my lovely children will be home driving me crazy. And getting a chance to film while they're home is, sorry, my camera's like all over the place. It's not easy. They're loud. They're all over the place. They're between 15 and 10. So they are busy. Okay, so market prep. My best sellers, so I went through Square and all that, and my best sellers, I'm going to put like a picture over here of what I'm talking about. Dumpster fires are a huge seller for me, so I definitely need to stock up on those. My plan, whether it goes according to plan or not, is to stockpile for the next 2 to 3 months. I do possibly have a market April 11th, possibly. I applied. I have not heard back yet, but there's still tons of time. So my plan is to stockpile March, April, and May, and then my first big market is June 6th. So what I want to do is I want to stockpile all my makes so that I am not panic prepping a week or 2 weeks before a big show. So this is my plan. Whether my plan works or not, we'll see, because I get distracted very easy, especially when I see a pattern that excites me or I come up with an idea. So dumpster fires are my number one because they sell very, very well for me. Anything on a swing sells very well for me, so I need to make a bunch of those. Caterpillars, the All From Jade pattern, they sell very well. Keychains, whales, stingrays, strawberries, bees, mushrooms, keychains seem to be like my bread and butter. I always sell them. Axolotls as well. I used a Crochet Grows baby axolotl pattern. Capybaras, I use 2 different patterns. I'm gonna try to link all the patterns I use in the description. I will be honest, most of them are free, or I freehand, so keep that in mind. Phoebe, that is my pattern. It's just basically small, medium, and large sizes of my giant Phoebe. They sell very well. Spiders and snakes and triceratops, the small ones for boys, they all sell very well. Bees, chickens with the chicken side, they are all on my rotation every market because they sell very, very well. So some things that I want to add to the market this year, because I will be honest, going to the markets, and especially not being the only crocheter at markets most of the time nowadays, because it is getting very saturated, I don't want to be making the same stuff everybody else has. I don't really do octos anymore. Pardon me. I do squids, but I put them on keychains. I do keep a couple octos keychains on hand, but everybody does octos. Everybody does the little mushroom guys. Everybody does ducks. Of course, I'm staying away from copyright stuff because I'm not allowed to do that. Regardless of how you look at it, it's illegal. It doesn't matter if you think it's fan art, as long as you're making money from it. I know I went on a rant in my last video about this, but don't do it. It's that simple. You don't own that character to be making money off it. It's that simple. Anyways, some things I want to add. Cows, because when I did carry cows, they did sell. Dragons are very popular, and every time I make a dragon, it sells, and it sells very quickly. I will put the pattern I usually use. It's like called the Playful Dragon or something, and I do different sizes just based on the yarn I use. And then horses. I want to get into doing some horses this year, especially since it's the year of the horse, and it's not something I generally carry, but also not something I see other markets or other crocheters making at markets, at least locally to me. The Hooks and Nooks Bear in a Hoodie. I am obsessed with this pattern. I haven't bought it yet. It is in my cart, my Etsy cart to buy. I am obsessed with this pattern. I want it so bad. I want to make them. And then Jen's Crafty Creation has these mini puppies that I want to do, because I have love cats. They're not selling nearly as well as they used to, so I am likely not going to do any more cats, at least see this year how they sell at the first couple markets, whether I keep doing it or not. But I want to try the mini puppies by Jen's Crafty Creation. Hedgehogs. I get asked for hedgehogs quite a bit, and I never usually make them, so hedgehogs are on my list this year. Unicorns, bunnies, and owls. I'm really looking for stuff that not everybody is doing, because I want to stand out. I want to be different. I don't want to be making leggy frogs and octos and ducks with hats that everybody at the market has, because we all know that markets are very saturated, and I'm positive I already said that already. Some other ideas I've been playing around with are lambs, llamas, and really looking for stuff more for boys, because I have 3 boys and they keep telling me, Mom, all this stuff is in girl colors. I want to show my friend this, but he doesn't like it because it's a girl thing. So I've really been concentrating on trying to find stuff for boys. I did see a pattern for like a ninja, and I liked the idea. I just didn't like the way the designer had executed it. And that's just personal opinion. Nothing against the designer. She did a great job. I just wasn't overly impressed with the design. So I did make my own little ninja, and I used my Cricut to cut out felt and some HTV eyes. And I've made a little ninja. He's got his little tie. Super simple, super quick to work up. I have 2 other ones made, but I haven't put the eyes on or closed out their heads yet. And I have the arms for 2 more, so that'll be 5 in total, to see how they sell. I also went to Michael's this morning and I got more black because I ran out. And I'm using Posh Pearl for these. So in like Parfait Chunky, they definitely be bigger. And I got white because I was running out of white, and I still have to finish my Arctic Pox pattern, which I did start retesting it myself last night because I know they still want to fix the tail because the tail is still not right. So I did start on that again, and I only have so much white left. And then I got pink because I want to make some possums this year. They seem, I don't know if it's just because everybody's making them or they actually are popular. I'm gonna try a couple, just see what happens. So I got pink to do the possums. I think it might be a little too bright, but we'll make it work. We'll figure it out because Michael's gets so much of my money. I also, tomorrow, I think, I'm going to drag all my bins upstairs from my storage locker and do inventory to see what I have left from last year, because my square inventory is so messed up right now. I'm just basically going to delete everything and then put everything back in. And that's going to take some time, but I have to go through my inventory downstairs to see what I have and what I don't have. So I'm pretty sure that most of the stuff I have downstairs are going to be like one-offs. So that's something else I want to concentrate on this year, is not doing as many one-offs. I want at least 2 or 3 of everything this time. So that's going to be something I'm going to concentrate on as well. So I will check back in with you tomorrow when I pull out all my stock out of the storage room, and I'll show you what I have. Bye. So checking back in, I am going to be putting up a thing back here so you can't see all my bedroom, and I'm going to go through my inventory with you. So I'm going to put you on time lapse while I set up the curtain thing. I'll be right back. mostly set up, I am going to use my steamer to get those wrinkles out. Now you're probably asking me, Melissa, why are you doing all this? For inventory. Well, I also have to take pictures of everything as well. So this room has the best light, and it's not completely sunny today. It's kind of overcast. However, oh, you can see everything in my closet. Don't need to see that. Okay, so yeah, it kind of covers up everything on the wall, and the sun is really good in this room. The other rooms, I don't know why, maybe because they're smaller, the sun is not great, and today it's not overly sunny. It's kind of overcast, so it's like perfect. So I am going to put you back on time lapse and steam this sheet because it's awful. Okay, so it's not perfect, but it is much better than it was. So I think how I'm going to do this is I have all the totes I brought up that I showed you a clip of me dragging them out of the storage unit a little bit ago. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them out. I'm going to show you what I have. And then once I'm done filming this, I will do the reels and the pictures and everything for each of them. So I do have a pen and paper over there. I have my coffee. Let's get started. Alright, so if you're watching me and you see my mic, you'll see that I have spilt coffee on my nice white shirt already. Hazard of being a coffee addict. Alright. Let me move that because that's going to fall. I have my paper and pen, and I just need to figure out where I'm going to put the totes down so I can reach into them. So I want to put them all the way on the floor. Okay, I'm going to put it over here. Okay. First things first, Jumbo Octo. I'm just going to fix the camera here so it stops following me around so much. Okay, Jumbo Octo. And I have one of those. So, actually, I'm going to write all this down after because it's going to take a while. I'm going to put that over here. And then I'm just going to start putting stuff on here. And most of this stuff is already tagged from the last markets that I went to. We have a jumbo, humongous dumpster fire. I charge like $65, $70 for this. So that can go in there. I should have probably put some pillows behind that screen so it plushies don't pull it down. And a teddy bear. This is from the All From Jade book. I love that book so much. And we'll stick him in there. I'll show you the after. And we have a blue dragon. And if I remember, hopefully I will put as many of the patterns as I can in a Google document. And I'll just keep adding to it as I do videos and add patterns to my repertoire. Okay, there's some small guys in here. So, we have a little dragon. He's super cute. Okay. What else do we have in here? Oh, we have some building stuff. This goes on my shelf. Ugh. We have a butterfly top. That's done out of cotton. now we have keychains. I wonder if this is all the keychains I have. Because if this is all the keychains I have a lot of work to do. So we have rainbows. I thoroughly love these. I love rainbows. So I'll put those there. And now we have my keychain Phoebes. I have 2 of them. And you'll notice some of them have like the eye detail, some of them don't. I try to do things just a little bit different on all of them. That way they're not all exactly the same. Okay, what else do I have in here? I'm just going to grab a bunch of stuff and show you because there's a bunch of one-offs in here. Okay, I have a couple donuts. And a emotional support pickle keychain. Oh, there's some fluffies on them. Emotional support pickles on keychains. Frogs. I know for sure this frog pattern is Mama Stitchetti, and that fluff went on the frog. And then we have an axolotl and an alien. She's got some fluffies on her. And a pineapple. Just gonna put all those keychains together because there's a bunch in here. Okay, we have squids. A bunch of them. These are in Posh Pearl, and this one is in, oh, what is this in? I want to say Little Bunny, but it's not Little Bunny. Pixie Brights. Pixie something Brights. Okay, we have gummy bears. Gummy bears. Gummy bears. And then we have blue chickens. Blue chickens. Little ones and a little bit bigger. I sell the small ones for $5, and then the bigger ones like the rainbow, the gummy bears, I sell them for $10. The smaller ones I charge less for. There's usually some confusion, but I try to set it up on my rack that the $5 ones are on the bottom for the little guys, because they, you know, parents are like, just pick something cheap and leave me alone. More donuts. And then the $10 ones and anything that hangs, like the chickens on swings and stuff like that, they all go on the top of it. We have a cuddle bug. This is friendly red fox pattern. It's free. And then whales, of course. 1, 2, 3 whales left. And then I do a festival, like, not a festival, but like a street festival every year. It's called the Grilled Cheese Challenge, and I make little grilled cheese keychains for them. And this is a $10 one because it's bigger, takes a little longer, more details. I have a couple of those left. I have an ice cream cone. These sold pretty well for me. I can't remember the pattern. I bet it's a free pattern on Instagram though, because that's basically where I store everything. I have a little fish, and then a mushroom, and the top piece here is feels like bliss. And we have a couple flowers, nice and bright, and another axolotl. So if that's all the keychains I have left, I need to seriously get on the keychains. And a chicken on a swing, and I sell these for $15. They sell really, really well. Okay, that's the first bucket done. On to the next. Now, when we packed up from our last market, nothing was put where it was supposed to. Normally I have everything organized, where they're going, what table they sit on, what rack they sit on. I keep all the small stuff together, all the big stuff together. I categorize all the big stuff. Usually it's very organized and I know what I'm doing. Nobody setting up knows what I'm doing because it's all in my head because I don't tell them. Anyways, we have some coasters or face scrubs. We have triceratops. Now I know there's more of these somewhere because this bin is all kinds of crazy. And I have a ton of scrunchies. So triceratops. This is Tilly the Triceratops. She's a free pattern. I will try my best to remember all of this stuff. And scrunchies. There are tons and tons and tons of them because my daughters like to make them. And it's one of the first things I taught the kids how to make. So there are so many. I think there's about 60 of them. So I'm just going to make a pile for them. Okay, so what do we have in here? Okay, the next thing is going to be, I have to dig through here. Caterpillars. They twist and turn. They're very fidgety. They sell very, very well for me. I sell them for $10. Probably should charge more, but they sell well, so I don't mind. And I have 4 of them, and these are all in Posh from Michael's because I'm Canadian. We never got the Posh from Joann's here, although Michael's has it now. But I have skeins of Baby Bear. Is it Baby Bear? No, Posh. And this is from Mary Maxim. I went and bought some Posh yesterday from Michael's. It is not the same. This stuff, at least the blue I'm working with right now, trying to finish up my Arctic box pattern. I can't make a magic ring with it. It sheds. It's like working with Parfait Chunky all over again. More face gloss. More scrunchies, all kinds of different colors, different textures. Some are acrylic, some are velvet, some are plush. Oh, and another, make that 5 caterpillars. See, this is why I'm not writing it down now because the bins are completely disorganized. Okay, we have a velvet whale. Those eyes are mine. I cut them out and used my Cricut for them. If there's any interest in felt eyes, let me know. I can always put them up in my Etsy shop for you. Okay, and we have a loaf cat and another whale. This one's out of acrylic. This is Loops and Threads something. Chenille Home Prints or something along those lines. An acrylic that is Red Heart Retro Stripes. And what do we have here? We have a Skull Octo and a Chameleon. This guy's been around for a while. He does not get much attention. I don't know if it's the color or what, but he doesn't get a whole lot of attention. We have a mismatched bear. He's got the little X's on his belly. We have, like I said, this is all mixed up. We have a cute little bonnet. This was actually a pattern test for somebody like 15 years ago. And I know, Melissa, why do you still have it? Why are you still trying to sell it? Because you never know. I have a chicken. And I used like a faux fur type yarn for his comb up here. And his little tail is super cute. and I sell him for 20. And this here up here is not printed. It's a stamp I got from Vistaprint. Lifesaver because the kids can help me with it. A bat. Yeah, everything's all kind of squished up from being in the bins. And it's 22. And an elephant. He's so cute. I think this is Loops and Threads free pattern on YouTube, and it's $20. I am just gonna go open a window because it's getting very warm in here, and it has not been warm here for a very long time, so I would like some fresh air. Okay, there we go. You might hear some road noise. An emotional support pickle. An elephant. They're all squished up from being... I think she needs some eye details, maybe in like a purple or a gray. And this is the scuba shark. If you watched my video with my son Logan where I interviewed him about my job, this is the scuba shark he's talking about. So I might leave him out so Logan can have him. He's been around a long time. I still think he needs a snorkel to be more of a scuba shark. Okay, more scrunchies. Another loaf cat. And a blue chicken. Not sure why that's not on a... Oh, the other one's smaller. So this is a little chicken. He's missing his beak though. I'll have to deal with that. Put that with the other kitty. And we have another caterpillar, so that makes 6. And a Pop-Tart. And another Pop-Tart. And another Pop-Tart. We have some Pop-Tarts. Oh, there's another one. Another Pop-Tart. More scrunchies. 2 more loaf cats. The melting ice cream. This is my pattern, also cut from my Cricut. That's $25. The pattern's on my Etsy, and I will be doing a YouTube tutorial for it shortly. Okay. Flip fish. I was really excited about these, and so are my kids. They, however, did not do well at the markets. Kids would come and flip them on the table onto the floor and drive me crazy, but they didn't sell very well. But I was super excited for them. And we have a bunny lovey. This is all acrylic. And then we have a teddy bear lovey. His eyes are just so cute. Another loaf cat. I don't like those eyes. And then we have a shark. And I think this is Loops and Threads threads pattern on YouTube as well. And then we have a baby giraffe. The eyes don't look too bad on this one. But he's been around for a while. And then we have some bunnies. I think it's the color that they didn't sell, because the blue and the purple one I did of these, they both sold quickly. Color will either make or break a project, and I stick with that even at markets. Certain colors sell, certain colors don't. Chicken nuggets. I got an angry one and a happy one, an upside down one. Chicken nuggets. My kids love these things. More scrunchies. More scrunchies. And then we have a mallard. Oh, and more scrunchies. And another one. I only have one left. These sell really well, and it's a free-handed pattern. I'm going to do a video maybe after the kids' March break about simple patterns like this that are like pill-shaped, circle-shaped, ball-shaped, and how simple color changes, baubles, and some chain stitches can change one pattern into a multitude of different patterns. And I'm going to go through all that with you. So watch for that one. And then we have mini dragons. We have a green one and a dark green one. They're all squished up from being in the bin. A pink one and another pink one. And I sell them for $10. And we have a bee. See, like a simple circle pattern, some baubles, and some surface crochet, and we've turned a mallard into a bee. Just elongate here just by adding a row or two of single crochets, some color changes, and you're laughing. Okay, what else do we have in here? We have a chicken with a missing beak again, but he's got the funky hair. I love the funky hair. A pumpkin and a carrot. These are in acrylics. And a pocket duck, also in acrylic. And then, oh, I have to go further to put stuff on there now. I call this a lemonade bee, and his wings are kind of cockeyed. But that's okay. I think it's super cute. I'm not going to change it. But pink lemonade bee. And a butterfly. This guy's been around for a while. $8 and it doesn't sell, so. Okay, another bin bites the dust. It is getting very, very warm in here. It's nice to see. It's been a while. It was like minus 20 last week. Now it's plus 5. It's going to be like 17 or 18 on Saturday. And then it's going to snow again next week. Not looking forward to that. Okay. This one's got a bunch of big stuff in it. We have flower babies. These eyes are mine. I cut them on my Cricut. And I have little ones. Same pattern, just different yarn. And her leg is needing some work. Do I have any more? No, those are all of them. I'm just gonna put them over here. And we have a Dumbo Octo who's been around since I started doing markets several years ago and has not sold. See, I told you there was more Triceratops in here. Told you. I think there's still more besides just this one. But yellow one, Tilly the Triceratops. And then there's this Triceratops. And these are 3D printed horns that I print on my husband's 3D printer. Oh, throw those in there. And a cactus. He's so happy and cute. I love it so much. Speedy snail. And this was a pattern test for Rugrats. Oh, I'll put it in the comment or in the description. Rugrats, handmade crochet something. I can't remember. She's from Ontario. She's from Kitchener. I'll put it in the comments. Red velvet jellyfish. This is my pattern. You can find it on Etsy. And it has a bunch of mods for gingerbread and more Christmassy themed jellyfish. See, another Triceratops. Told you I had more. There might very well be more yet. I don't think, maybe not. I don't know. I wonder what it would look like with the 3D printed horns. Might have to try that. Because I did do the whole rainbow of Triceratops and I only have the pink, the orange, and the yellow left. And I find orange and yellow stuff doesn't sell very well. Which is interesting because orange is my son's favorite color. And then I have these cute little flower buddies. They are adorable, but they've been around for 2 years now. They're not selling. Just waiting on the perfect person to take them home. And this little kitty. She has a little pink patch on her back. And I used the biggest eyes I could possibly get on there. And I added some details. I think that the pattern's called Clara the cat or Clara the kitten or something along those lines. Oh yes, there's another Speedy Turtle with the spoiler on it. And then we have the flower pots, which also don't sell well. That's why it's still in here. It's been around for a little bit. I have another one, unless it sold and I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure there's another flower pot out there. It might be because the sunflower kind of looks a little bit crooked. I don't know. And we have a love bug. This is a free-handed pattern by me. Eventually I'll get it out there. It's more like a Valentine's Day thing, so it kind of sits in the bin for the most part. We have an alien and a troll, which is from Wonder Crochet. And I know what you're saying, Melissa, it's copyright. And you're completely right. And I did not realize it, so it won't be going out again. And then we have some more pickles. You should see this bed. And a cactus, a free-handed. I'm really not liking these eyes anymore. I don't know. And pop ducks. This is a free pattern on Instagram. And I've only got one left in there. And then we have some octos. One with felt eyes and one with safety eyes. And we have one of my rocket ships. And a beer buddy. The little curlies on top, so cute. Green for St. Patrick's Day. We have a sugar cookie. And another fish. Some snails. This is Crochet Groves pattern. They've been around for a while. They don't sell. I don't know why. I think they're cute. The fluffies all over this one, but a little brontosaurus. And a duck with a floaty. And we have a seahorse, which I think is also a Crochet Grove pattern, but I don't remember. Stuff is starting to fall off the other side of the bed. And a bear, also a free pattern on Instagram. It's going to take me forever to link all these patterns. Okay, 2 more bins. 2 more bins. This one's very heavy. I think this is, yes. This is the non-plushy stuff. So, if you're not interested in plushies, I'm sorry, but I crochet everything. Hangers. I hang the non-plushy stuff from the top of my tent, so I don't want to lose those. Okay. We have the jacket I made. It's an upcycled jean jacket with crocheted arms. Maybe if I put it on, it will, you can see it a little better. There we go. Actually, it kind of looks nice with this shirt. Okay. Good day for it too, because it's nice outside. It's so nice. I believe the yarn I used was like a merino or bamboo mix from Michael's. So I think that's what I used. Or it could be the ice cream one. I think it's actually the ice cream one. So there's that jacket. And we have, if you've watched my work in progress one maybe video, this blanket was in it. This has been around for, oh goodness, 14 years, and it never sells. And it's beautiful. I don't care what anybody says. It is the cutest thing in the world. They're all little owls. And of course, my kids are all older. Since it doesn't sell, I might put it away for one of my grandchildren that don't exist and should not exist for some time yet. And we have a little pinafore for a little girl, and it has, mind my double chin, a little bow to tie it up, or ribbon to tie it up. And it's so cute. The black just makes that blue pop. And we have a scarf or a shawl. It's very, very pretty. I love the peachy pink colors in it. I charge $55 for it because it is a very long project in comparison to plushies. The the biggest reason why I got into plushies is because I love to crochet. I've been doing it for 3/4 of my life, and stuff like the blankets and the shawls and stuff, they don't sell very well. So that's why I got into the plushies. We have this one. Not finicky on the colors on this one. However, I was gifted this yarn, so I wanted to use it. And then we have another one. This is in one of the Red Heart ombre ones. It's a triangular scarf. The stitches are very nice. That's $45. I'm sorry I'm not telling you all the prices on everything. I'm just kind of going through it. This is Wickedly Handmade's Wild Oleander scarf pattern. And I love making this pattern. And I like these colors. I'm not finicky on the yellow, but it's nice spring Eastery. Really great. And this one is my favorite. It's made out of the same yarn as that green and pink one, only the colors are perfect. Gray, pink, and cream. And it is by far the tag. By far my favorite. I don't know why I didn't keep it for myself, but I put it out at markets, and it's gorgeous. I love it so much. I have sold a few of these in different colors, different types of yarn. Maybe twice a year. And then I have some tops. Not for my body, but I mean, I could wear it over this shirt or a tank top. It just ties up at the back. Ow! I just cracked my leg off the bin. Not a bad color. I mean, you could put it, for my body anyway, I could put it over a bathing suit. But I have a couple of those. I have this one. One is smaller in retro stripe. And then, what else do we have here? Another shawl type deal. Very pretty. And then we have some water bottle bags. I have a couple patterns that I'm going to release for water bottle bags. This one is actually that color changing yarn from Michael's a couple years ago. And then I have a bunch of ear warmers I made on my knitting machine in a bunch of colors, all kinds of them, tons and tons and tons of them. There's so many in here. And I have a kitty hat, and I have my hairband pattern that I did, the butterfly dragonfly one. Just kind of sit over and tie up at the back. Very cute, and they're all in Kobo. I'm just gonna put these back in here because they're mostly wintry hats, scarves. Oh, there's some bandanas in here for your hair. Bandana one. It's in cotton. Just put it on like a so. and tie it up at the back. This one's meant for a smaller head than mine, but they're cute. I do sell quite a few of those at festivals, but I don't want to drag everything out of here because they're mostly just hats and stuff. Ooh, another bin. Done. Last bin. Last bin. I don't know what's in here, but it's kind of heavy, so I'm assuming it's not all plushies. Yeah, not all plushies in here, but there's some. Okay, there's some more pieces to my shelves. So we have a daisy turtle. We have some cherries. And another single cherry. And then we have some more pieces, some snakes. There's two of those. No, there's three. Another one in green and orange. Snakes are weird. Some shows I will sell out of snakes, and the next show I won't sell a single one. They're very weird that way. And I have a bee buddy whose hat is a little bit too small, but it's still super cute. See, I told you I had another one. A little potted flower. Oh, there's some keychains in here too. And we have a kiwi turtle whose head is too small. I need to take it off and make a bigger one, but those eyes match so well. Kiwi turtle, and that's with the parfait fruits. And we have a sugar skull. And, okay, we have a bunch of keychains in here. And all the keychain pieces that hang them on the grid wall. So my keychains go up on these and they hang on the grid wall, and you just hang them on. Pop-Tarts, the keychain ones. Another rainbow one. Got some cherries that don't look very well. I have more Phoebes, a couple more of them, so I think that's 4 in total. I have some more mushrooms and a panda. Excuse me, sorry. Panda and a mushroom. Panda is not a keychain. And we have some more stuff on swings here. 2, 3, 4. So, orange and blue. It's an axolotl. I love the orange and blue together. They pop. And we have a duck. I also have a duck that hangs in my rear view mirror of my van. And a black and orange axolotl. And a chicken. I think the other one was a chicken too. But those are in there. And then we have some keychains. They're bears. They're kind of, I did like not occult, but like a punk rock flea market type deal. So I had some stuff like that in there. And I have more aliens, more gummy bears, and more pineapples. Oh, more pineapples. There's 2. So, and then I have some axolotls. These are a huge seller for me. Nice and tiny and small. I sell them for $8, and I rarely come home with any. And you're saying, Melissa, you just put 2 in the pile. Yeah, I know. But usually they're the best sellers. More grilled cheese keychains. Another donut. And what do we have in my hand here? A chicken. Another chicken with no beak for some reason. And another frog. And another gummy bear. And I have a zombie. Even put like a little blood on his wing. I did have keychains of these. They all sold. And last, we have a dino keychain. Alright, so all that's left in here is the hooks for my keychains. So, are you ready to see what's on the bed? Are you ready? That's a lot. I have to move it around so I can take some nice pictures. But that's what we've got. Okay, I am going to put you on time lapse again while I adjust these so I can get some pictures taken of them, and I'll be back. So now I am going to write down everything and pack them away. I'm going to put you on time lapse because this is going to take me a long time. So I'll see you after. So we did all the plushies, and my hair's a mess. I'm a mess. That's okay. I did some meal prepping for the kids' lunches and breakfast, and we are bringing breakfast for dinner, so we made a bunch of stuff. And I will give you a quick look. We have sausage, piemel bacon, and bacon. There's an empty muffin tin because I made muffins, and I made garlic and parmesan biscuits. And I still have 6 muffins in the oven. They're not quite done yet. So this is how I spent my afternoon, and I'm exhausted. I will check back in with you shortly. All right, so I'm still a mess. I have my apron on because I still have muffins in the oven that are not done yet. So this has been quite the long video, and this is just a day. So I went back over my prep sheet, and I kind of made some adjustments based on what I had in the inventory. And then I went through all the stuff I wrote down, 2-ish pages, and I have a grand total out of those bins left over from last year's markets, total of $3,835 worth of inventory. Now I still have a box in the bedroom, a polyfill box full of plushies that I've made since Christmas, and the Christmas stuff I made from that video I did. And that is not counted in this just because they're not tagged. Some of it is Christmas themed, and I don't generally take Christmassy stuff or themed holiday stuff to every market, especially during the summer. So there's definitely some stuff in the box. I know I did some little pigs and elephants and spiders for sure, and a dragon or 2 that are in there still, but I'm not going to go through that yet. That'll be another video. So I'm exhausted now. I am going to finish up those muffins, clean up my kitchen, and then if I have enough time, I am going to crochet for a little bit. So I will see you next week, and next week we are going to, what are we doing next week? Next week we are adding the crochet sleeves to a t-shirt. So I'll see you next week. Bye.